friends, get ready for a spicy video. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Kay, I'm a professional home organizer and operatic soprano here in the Boston area, and I'm here to inspire you to live a more organized life. So in my experience helping people organize their homes and have their homes function better for them so that they can find things when they need them, I've come across a number of solutions, methods, things that I've seen in the organizing community or organizing trends that I just don't. So today I thought it'd be fun to do an unpopular opinion video about organizing things, like trends basically out there in the universe. This video is sponsored by Skillshare. We'll talk a little bit more about Skillshare later in the video, but disclaimers ahead. This is an opinions video. I am a human just like you watching this on your screen, and these are just my opinions. If these are things that you love, if these are products that you love and things that work for you, great. I don't live in your home. What you do in your home is none of my business. We are all adults. I'm not coming for you. I'm just stating my opinions because I, like you, am a human with opinions. We're all adults here, so there's just disclaimers ahead. So number one, let's talk about the aesthetic fridges trend that's happening right now. If you've watched my channel for any length of time, you know that I love a good organized fridge, but I have been seeing on like TikTok and on Pinterest and on Instagram these aesthetic fridges, and I don't like it. Don't get me wrong, I love a good organized fridge. I love a good, pretty looking fridge. By the way, you're not using aesthetic right, but I think it's a lost cause at this point. I see these fridges and I'm like, does your food last? I see these like berries in drawers and everything's in a little container, and everything that you buy from the store is in like a matching container with perfectly matched packaging in like rainbow order, and it looks amazing. It looks amazing, but like, do you live like that? I think these refrigerator organizing trends are really great for people who buy a lot of packaged food. Like, let's say you buy a lot of those like tiny yogurts or little packages of cheese, you know, the little Baby Bell cheeses. By the way, I love those little Baby Bell. I'm not talking bad about those little Baby Bell cheeses. They are so good. If you buy a lot of packaged foods, they stack. They line up in a row, they look really pretty. I think it's great if you buy a lot of packaged foods, but those aesthetic fridges don't work well if you actually eat real food. Not to say that packaged food isn't real food, but I'm talking about like just lettuce. Lettuce is a weird shape. It's a ball, it's a head, it's got leaves everywhere. It's not neatly contained, and you're going to give up some of your aesthetics if you store it properly. You can buy really awesome containers to store these things in. I have a bunch of them. I love them. They are linked down in my Amazon store below, and I also have a video of how to organize your fridge. I've got plenty of them actually on my channel, so I will link them up in a card above. But these aesthetic fridges, I don't like it. I think it's unrealistic. I don't think anybody really lives that way. But if you do, let me know down in a comment below. Let me know. And I need to see your Instagram. Unpopular opinion number two, I don't like dollar store organizing in general. Listen, I think that if you're on a budget and you need to shop at the dollar store to buy organizing products, that's great. However, I don't shop at the dollar store based on other reasons besides they sell cheap products. Aside from selling really cheap products, I feel like they do contribute to the problem of food deserts, at least in the United States. In this country, they often sell expired food, not fresh food, and they strategically will place these stores in areas of widespread poverty, and it feels to me a very predatory kind of establishment. And I often find that when I did shop at the dollar store for solutions for projects, if I was on a budget, I wasn't really impressed with the things I found there, and they had a weird chemical smell, and I don't think that you know where these products are being manufactured. So I think that it's good for some people. And don't come at me. Don't come at me, because I know a lot of y'all are really into the dollar store organizing. I know, I've seen it. I've seen it all over the YouTubes. I've seen it all over the Instagrams. So I feel like the dollar store moms are gonna come for me. I'm clutching my pearls. However, for me, my clients, my projects, I stay away. My advice is to reuse things that you already have. You can use the bottom of cereal boxes for drawer organizers. You can reuse, and probably should reuse, those boxes you get from your cell phone. They often come in these really strong cardboard boxes. They can be used for drawer organizers. And there are plenty of other affordable products from more ethical retailers out there. And I don't think that you need to buy from the dollar store to do your organizing project. If you do, that's fine. I'm not coming for you. Except for you, Susan, I'm coming for you. I'm just kidding, I don't know anybody named Susan. But in my opinion, it's just not something that I do for my clients or for me. That's just me. Next, unpopular opinion. This is like, I'm gonna talk about two of those gimmicky products and those cascading hangers. I don't like those. Whenever I've been to someone's closet, and I've been into a lot of closets, as you can imagine, and I see those cascading hangers, I've even tried them myself. I'm probably flashing pictures of what I mean all over the screen, but they just create more problems, I find, than they actually solve. I think the problem they're trying to solve is, oh, you're taking up too much width with your hanging, so let's let it take up length instead, but you're not gonna be able to get to the thing in the middle because you have to uncascade it to get to, you see what I'm getting at? You're creating more work for yourself. So I say, I hate them. And I actually did try to do the cascading hanger thing myself. I remember probably 8 years ago, I bought a bunch of those huggable hanger, cascading hanger attachments, and I hated them. I thought that made my closet look sloppy. I could never find, I had to like undo all the other ones to get to the one I needed. It was just not, it was a mess. They're no. The other little gimmicky thing I really don't like, and this is a very unpopular opinion, is those hanging shelves that hang from the rod in your closet. They're often fabric or, you know, with like cardboard inside the shelves. I hate those. I know I said this in another video, my TikTok organizing video, that I actually do dislike those. And every time I've been in a client's house when they had them, I found that they were saggy in the middle. They just stuffed stuff inside like it wasn't working for them. And I generally find when I go to clients' houses and they have this, that it's not working for them. Again, don't get me wrong, just my opinion. I feel like some are really well made, like the ones from the Container Store are really well made. They work great for dorm rooms because dorm rooms often, you need a little extra shelving in the closet. But I say if you're thinking about this solution, I say kick it up a notch with an actual shelving unit in the closet that you can take out, collapse, put, you know, and move it. You don't have to get custom shelving. You just have to get like, they have like cheap ones at Target you can get that are perfectly fine, but they have more structure to them so that you aren't as flippant just putting stuff in. Clover, do you need to come in? The little man has made his appearance. Say hello. And with this, we'll get to our sponsor break. Today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. It's time for school. I love learning, y'all. I'm a big ol' nerd. I had a good time in school. I loved learning. I loved sitting in the front row, just soaking in all the good knowledge and using it in my everyday life. I was a nerd. All right, class, it's time to turn in the homework. I'm sure you all had a great time doing your problem sets last night. It's time to turn them in. All right, I'm sure I got this. I had so much fun doing this last night. This is not... I don't have my homework. I don't have my homework. I don't have my homework.
if you're an adult and don't go to school anymore, you can still learn with Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey, with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people on topics including entrepreneurship, cooking, interior design, photography, and so much more. Skillshare offers classes designed for real life, so you can move your creative journey forward without putting your life on hold. You can learn all kinds of new and interesting skills, even if you aren't in school anymore. As a matter of fact, if you are a big old grown-up like me and considering a career change, this class from Mimi Chow on how she left her corporate career to pursue her dream creative career is super inspiring. And since it's one of Skillshare's audio classes, you can listen to this on the go like a podcast. Skillshare is also incredibly affordable, especially when compared to in-person classes and workshops. The first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare, so you can start exploring your creativity today.
Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video and supporting creative entrepreneurs everywhere. Okay, the next unpopular opinion is that I don't like those shoe organizers that are just rods. I don't like those. I see them all the time in the trash. And whenever I go to people's houses and they have them, they're a mess. They're impossible to keep neat unless you are very meticulous. And if you are a lazy person, you just like to put stuff on, don't bother with those. I've even had them. They're a little too much trouble for me. And I am a lazy person. I only say that I'm organized because I am lazy, because I just want to make it easy to put a shoe down. And those organizers with the little rods on them, I will put a picture on the screen. You know what they are. They expand sometimes. They're really cool. It's a good idea, especially for heels. They work great for heels. But if you are not a meticulously careful person, it's gonna be a mess after like 10 days. If you have this product and you make it work for you and you love it, that's awesome. But I say if you are lazy like me and you want something low effort, you want your shoes to look neat, just get a shoe organizer with a flat shelves, so that you can just put shoes on. They make that noise when you put them on there too. Boop. Okay, hear me out on this one. I know that this is a very unpopular opinion, but I have my reasons, okay? Go with me. Your food storage containers, rude phone. Your food storage containers should be stored with the lids on. Listen, I know. You're like, oh, I can't nest them and it takes up more space. Yeah, it takes up more space. But you know, I've been to a billion kitchens when I've been to clients' houses, and there I open a cabinet. It's always either like a corner cabinet or like a lower cabinet where like it's really hard to access, and the lids and the container, they just fly out at me. And inevitably, I always end up trying to match the lids with the containers, and I can't. There's always one missing, or like 12 missing, or like they don't go together. Here's my recommendation, okay? Invest in nice food storage containers, because you deserve a nice food storage container, preferably glass. If you don't want to do glass, it's fine to do plastic, just don't put it in the microwave. However, in my experience, if you store the container with its lid attached, you will never separate them and never lose it. I always see those little products advertised where they're like food storage containers and organizers, and they have like a little separate thing for the lids and like one separate thing so you can have just the containers, and it's like, it looks really cool and it looks like it'd be easy to maintain, but it's not, and people still lose the lids that way. I have been doing this for the last 10 years, and I'm going to tell you with absolute honesty, I have never ever lost a lid, not one time. Again, does this take up more space? Yeah. But how many food containers do you need? How many? I'll wait. My last unpopular opinion is that these before and after photos on Instagram and on Pinterest are just too, Instagram-y, I guess. And that the impression is that your organized space should look, one, minimal, like you're a minimalist, and two, you should have matching containers that are all the same color, shape, size, aesthetic, and three, everything should be like, 3 inches apart from one another. And when I leave a client's house, most of the time it don't look like that. My job is to help them help their home function better. And if it looks nice at the end of my session, if they pay me for that, then I can work some magic. A lot of organizing professionals will show you and I'm gonna spill some tea right now. A lot of organizing professionals will show you a very staged photo of their after, right? It looks really incredible, looks so neat and perfect. In real life, a lot of what I do is convince people to let go of things and take a lot of things to the donation center. That's what I do a lot of the time. A lot of what I do is helping people help their homes function, and it doesn't necessarily have to look especially beautiful. I have had clients who need that service and want that service, and those are some of the most fun jobs I've ever done. I get to spend someone else's money on organizing products, and I get to make it look especially beautiful. And if that's the service you paid for, that's the service I'm going to give you. But 9 times out of 10, I'm just helping you declutter and help you develop a system so that if you need to find the scissors, you can find the scissors. If you need to find a certain pair of socks, you can find those socks. All right, friends, those are all my unpopular opinions, at least for today. Let me know what your organizing unpopular opinions are, or if you're totally offended by this video and you want me to let me have it down in the comment section. All right, friends, I hope you're having a great morning, great afternoon, great evening, wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.